Hey Canucks fans, the Vancouver Canucks have defeated the visiting San Jose Sharks by a score of 7-4, and they enter the Christmas break as the number one team in the entire NHL by points. Yes, before people freak out in the comments saying, oh, they're not winning the league by points percentage. I know, that's why right in the title of this vlog, it says by points. That's why I'm saying it within the first 15 seconds of this vlog, by points. By points percentage, guess what? The Vancouver Canucks are right up there. They're only in second place, only behind the New York Rangers. The New York Rangers are playing very well. The Rangers have 47 points in only 32 games, so their points percentage is at 734. But the Canucks, with their league-leading 49 points in 35 games, that's exactly .700. And the Kings, with their win tonight over the Calgary Flames, they have 42 points in 30 games, also exactly a 700 points percentage. So yes, the Canucks are number one by points and number two, tied for number two with their division rival LA Kings in points percentage. So we can get that out of the way right off the top of the bat here, right off the top of the vlog. So many things to like about this game. I liked the offensive play of Andrei Kuzmenko. Stress on offensive play, not offensive as in offensive to me, but offensive. He scored the first two goals for the Vancouver Canucks. It looked like the Canucks were going to get out to maybe win 10-1 again, the way that they started. Kuzmenko scores 1 minute and 34 seconds in the game, a setup from his two line mates, his two new line mates on the first line. And do you remember when Kuzmenko first got demoted to the fourth line, and then he got benched for the last two games? But I said, as soon as he got demoted to the fourth line, I said, you watch. By Christmas, he'll be back on the top line with Pettersson and Mikheyev. And guess what? This is the last game before Christmas, and he was playing on the top line with Pettersson and Mikheyev. And it's not like I was the only one saying this type of thing, but I was one of the first ones to say it. And I just had a sense all he needed was a bit of a reset, a bit of a, just a chance to really get a different perspective and get a bit hungrier, get some hard love from Rick Tocchet. And I think he's going to be on the top line to stay. They got to work on their defensive play. I'll get to that in a second. But Kuzmenko scores a minute 34 in, and just 5 minutes later, he scores on the power play from Miller and Pettersson. So already, Kuzmenko had 2 goals in the first 7 minutes of the game. So I liked Kuzmenko's game on the offensive end. I also liked the play of our third line. Again, Teddy Bluger, Dakota Joshua, Connor Garland. They combined those three for just one goal, but it was a very important goal. It ends up being the game-winning goal, the 5th goal. But also, Bluger set up Neal Chark in a different part of the game, and Garland actually was on a goal with Lafferty and Cole. So yes, some of the lines were a bit mixed up once in a while because they're coming off penalty kills or they're coming off power plays. So yeah, Garland actually got one of his points off a Lafferty goal, not his line mate, and then Bluger got one of his points off of Neal Chark goal, not his regular line mate. Doesn't matter. They pile up these points however they need to, and there's still a strong showing from our third line. You can't stop them. You can only hope to contain them. So Joshua gets his goal, and like I said, Bluger and Garland have 2 points each, and one of them was with Joshua on Joshua's goal. The other was with other players. So I still love both the collective and the individual play of the third line. I thought JT Miller was pretty good. He had another 2 assists, a little quiet. I thought PD was pretty good as well, noticeable. I certainly liked the way the Canucks went 1 for 4 on the power play, and I liked the way that even when they didn't score, I really liked the way they're moving the puck around. We remember that one nice play where all 5 guys touched it, and it somehow everyone was rotating all over the place, and finally gets over to PD on the half boards for a one-timer that the goalie stopped. But I just remember some really, really nice plays by the power play. And I did like the penalty kill. Canucks went a perfect 3 for 3 once again. So they did really well on the special teams. They went 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. They went 1 for 4 on the power play. You got to be hitting at least on 1 out of every 4. So I liked all those things. And I like Quinn Hughes' game as well. He had 2 assists. They came... 1 goal and 1 assist. They came in the last 5 minutes of the game. He was quietly effective though. He was back checking. He was on it for a couple, defensive miscues. But this game was sloppy overall. I'll get to that in a second. But I did like the way that when he scored his empty net goal, his 68th multi-point game as a defenseman, the fastest to do it, tying Alex Edler ahead of some other really, really good Yuki Lumi, other good Canucks defensemen. But he's tied for the most multi-point games by a defenseman at 68, and then his next one will be his 69th. It'll be really nice when he gets that, and when he it could be as early as the next game or the game after. But a good showing by Quinn Hughes. So a lot of things to like. I love Pius Suter's game. Make that Pius Shooter. He was very effective tonight as well. And you guys know how much I love the fact that we got both Suter and Bluger in the offseason. And depth goals as well from guys like Neal Chark and Sam Lafferty. Lafferty up to 9 goals on the season. That's another thing that I really liked. I thought Ian Cole had a good game as well. So many things to like, both individually, collectively, special teams, all those things. A few things I didn't like, and this was a sloppy game. The Canucks weren't tight at all. San Jose is never a tight team. And I just think, I wouldn't say the two teams were mailing it in, but you could tell that this was the last game before a Christmas break. And it was very sloppy at times, and I think the Canucks showed it. So on the sloppy side, I thought Tyler Myers was very sloppy, especially on that fourth San Jose goal. Was out there for a very long shift, and I believe he gave up the puck to lead to that McDonald goal. So I didn't like that. Didn't like the defensive play of that top line. Sure, they scored 2 goals, but Pettersson, Kuzmenko, and Mikheyev were on the ice for 3 of the 4 San Jose goals, and I thought that was really, that was really. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. So this is live. So it's not live. It's one take. So I'm going to sneeze right on air here. Give me a sec. Maybe I'm not going to. Oh, okay. But yeah, Ilya Mikheyev is a -1. Kuzmenko is a -2. Pettersson is a -2. In a game that the Canucks win 7-4. So that's all you need to know is they're, for the most part, they're on the ice for their 1 goal, their first goal of the game, and they're on the ice for 3 San Jose goals. That's why a couple of them are -2. So not the greatest defensive effort by that top line. So again, didn't like Tyler Myers' game. Thought it was uneven. Didn't like the defensive play of that top line. But I really don't have any other problems with any of the other players. And I thought overall that the Canucks, it was a sloppy game, but the Canucks did what they had to do to win. One interesting thing before I wind up with the one other thing. One interesting thing is Rick Tocchet moved Pius Suter to play on the second line with Miller and Besser for parts of the game. I wonder if that's something that he's going to try coming out of the break and going Kuzmenko, PD, Mikheyev on the top line, then Miller, Besser, Suter on the second line. Of course, it's going to be Bluger, Joshua, Garland, third line. And then on the fourth line, if Phil DiGiuseppe is the healthy scratch again, you could do Lafferty, Amon, and Hoglander. And then you have 2 options for center there in both Neal Chark and Sam Lafferty. If it's those 2, usually Neal Chark will play in the middle. Lafferty was only in the middle in emergency when Bluger and Suter were not in the lineup at the same time. So that's something that will be interesting to see when the Canucks resume practicing after Christmas. But the one other thing, the biggest thing, yes, the Canucks go into the Christmas break as the top team in the league by points, the second overall team, tied for second by points percentage. And no one would have guessed this at the start of the season. I had them pegged as fighting for a wildcard spot, let alone leading the entire league. So it's a great early Christmas present, and a wonderful way to end off. Well, they got one more game to end off the year against Philly on the 28th, but overall, nothing to complain about for Canucks fans. They're healthy. They just got Carson Soucy back, and then they'll be a team at full health as well. So Canucks fans, let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. Let me know one other thing. I may or may not vlog tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve, depending on what's going on. Probably not. So let me please greet you a very Merry Christmas, a blessed Christmas, a safe and happy time with family and friends. And let me express my appreciation for all of you. Every time there's a holiday, like a Thanksgiving, like an Easter, or whatever it is, it's a good time to reflect and for me to say thank you to all of you for your support. I always appreciate you, and I never, ever take you for granted. So once again, tell me what you like, tell me what you didn't like, tell me one other thing. Also, on your way out, you can subscribe, you can like the video, leave a donation, a Christmas donation. You can become a member, you can upgrade your membership, and thank you to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate and Perform and Transform Personal Training and Weight Loss. And thanks to all of you once again. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Merry Christmas, God bless, and go Canucks go.